This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. I've worked in and around politics long enough to have realized that very little, especially related to the language that political operators use, very little can be chalked up to coincidence. The other day, which is to say, there is a deliberateness. There is a strategy used when using language, and we're going to discuss what I'm talking about here in a minute. But it's not just the loosey-goosey using certain words. So when Mark Meadows, who went on Newsmax, because that's a thing, with Steve Cortez, a Trump lackey, when he goes on and talks about President Trump is focused and in the game, and we're meeting with the cabinet. When he does that, it is not coincidence. It is meant to foment hope in the QAnon ding-dongs that Donald Trump is still president and is having cabinet-level meetings, when that is not how anything works. When you're a former president, you don't have a cabinet. There is no transportation secretary. Steve Mnuchin isn't in a cabinet meeting with Donald Trump to talk about monetary policy. He's no longer the Treasury Secretary. That's Janet Yellen's job, Mark Meadows. Anyway, I want to talk about some of the things that were discussed and really lean into this. Listening, I want you to tune your ear to language that is a signal to people who believe that Donald Trump this month is going to reclaim the presidency or come back on the scene, having never left the job. Watch this.
But the fact of the matter remains, the President Trump's endorsement not only has power, but it has unbelievable power, perhaps at historic levels. You know, we just recently got a poll back from both Texas and Arizona. Approval ratings for Donald Trump, 91, 92%. You don't get that after being in office for 4 years. So the magic is still there. We've been here actually working on what comes next, not only in 2024, but how we win back the House in 2022 and some of these state houses like Virginia. So it's been a very productive couple of days. I'm still here at Bedminster, as you know, but wanted to join you to talk about really a president that is fully engaged, highly focused, sure, and remaining on task.
Chief, do you want to break any news from your meetings with President Trump?
Well, we met with some of our cabinet members tonight. We actually had a follow-up member meeting with some of our cabinet members. And as we were looking at that, we're looking at what does come next. I'm not authorized to speak on behalf of the president. Okay. But I can tell you this, Steve. We wouldn't be meeting tonight if we weren't making plans to move forward in a real way and with President Trump at the head of that ticket.
Did you hear all that? Well, first of all, let's address as I'm bouncing around in my chair. Let's address the 91, 92% approval rating. Obviously, that is a poll amongst Republicans. No one should be surprised that Donald Trump is wildly popular among Republicans. It's not unheard of, or whatever language he used. Secondly, and the more important point, is how they are teasing that they're still in power. Talking about, I'm not authorized to speak for the president. Talking about Donald Trump being highly engaged and focused, as though he's solving crises across the country, as though he's still engaged in policy decisions. He is not. Donald Trump is unemployed. There is no cabinet. And to suggest otherwise is not just fanciful or the act of a dum-dum. It is dangerous because our intelligence infrastructure and Department of Homeland Security and the FBI has warned of possible violence at the hands of members of groups like QAnon. This is serious. These people are deluded. It is a mass delusion that Donald Trump is still the president of the United States and that somehow Joe Biden is not. He's just renting a room at the White House or something. It is dangerous. And rather than try to squelch that within their supporters' minds, they feed it because they don't care about democracy. They don't care fundamentally about the United States. They are patriots. They talk a big game about loving the flag, about loving the country. And at every single turn, they betray it. Mark Meadows, on up to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's stupid kids, all of them. This is dangerous. Be listening to between the lines. You know, what's the saying that when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time? Believe that they don't care about the country because they wouldn't act like this. They wouldn't behave like this. They wouldn't speak like this if they did. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Do you believe there are coincidences in politics? Or is this by design? You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate all of your communication. I really love and appreciate all the engagement with my content on an almost daily basis. You guys are awesome. Follow me on social media. I'm on the Twitter and the Instagram, TikTok when I'm not suspended for hate speech. The same things I'm saying here apparently is viewed by TikTok incorrectly. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.